Hello, welcome back. Sorry for that sort of random gap. I know I ended that last video, I think, with saying that I really want to stick with the series, and then I almost immediately did not. But I'm back, starting again this Learning to Learn series. Really picking up, not trying to start on you. Um, and so I hope to continue doing this. Every time I can promise is when I end up taking a really long and random break. So no promises. I will just hope to continue doing this. Last time we had talked about the idea of unlearning judgmental decisions or judgmental like comments in the moment, and attempting to be like a unbiased party during the moment of competing. Whether that's you think of yourself as a tennis line judge, or baseball umpire, or referee in basketball, what have you. We want to attempt to unbiased party in the moment of competing. So that way we don't have our emotions reflect our gameplay or affect our gameplay. And so today I kind of have three questions that I think are like the pinnacle of what makes learning difficult. Um, and that is how people feel while they're competing. And there's this very common phrase called tilt. I think it's originally from like poker. It's expanded to like every sort of game nowadays. But tilt is basically when something goes wrong, and then you just start playing very emotionally and almost erratically. Um, so the first question that I've asked a bunch of people, both in my Discord and just like friends of mine, is like, what makes you start to tilt? And the majority of the answers are somewhere along the lines of having a plan and then not being able to execute that plan. Sometimes it seems that people are more frustrated when their opponent is the one stopping them from being able to execute that, and some people are more frustrated for when it is themselves that is not able to execute what the plan is. The second question that I asked is what makes it hard to come back from tilt? Because tilt is notorious for like once it starts, you're tilted. You're not coming back from it. Maybe like tomorrow you'll be better. Maybe the next time you perform you'll be better. But like in the moment of tilt, it's very notorious that you're not coming back from it. Um, and the general consensus is that it's just sort of like a spiral. Um, Once you start tilting, and whether you think it's because of your opponent or whether you think it's because of yourself, it's going to continue to be like your opponent's fault or your own fault. And then you just like you can't get your brain clear again. And that's super understandable. And then the third question I asked is, when are you untiltable? I've seen this often. People have sort of these like moments or these phases where they're like untiltable, they're unbeatable, nothing can touch them. Some people call this like the flow state. Some people call this whatever you want to call it. Flow state is like super popular in Melee. So like, what is it? What makes you enter that state? Why aren't we always playing there? Um, and a lot of people have responded that it's when like they're playing their game, or it's when um, they're keeping in mind that their opponent is also very good. And those are two very different things. And I don't think they have to be like mutually exclusive or anything, but it was just very interesting that sometimes it's like very inwardly focused. It's my game plan that I'm messing up, and that's why I'm tilted, and it's my game plan that I'm executing perfectly, and that's why I'm untiltable. Or it is like my opponent is shutting down my game plan, and that's what's tilting me. Uh, and the reason I'm untiltable is because my opponent is bad, um, or that like I'm giving my opponent the respect they deserve is the other side of that coin. So I just thought that was really interesting. And I don't have any sort of like super profound thoughts on any of this. I just more so wanted to address that all of these things are why um, non-judgmental mentality is super important, because they all center around something along the lines of having like an opinion um, in the moment. Um, and so this is, I think, like maybe reassuring that idea of mine, that not having an opinion is really important in what can help you best perform. And I think it's also going to lead really well into the next segment, or like the next episode that I've posted right after this, And that is like, when can we be judgmental? When can we be critical of ourselves or of our opponent? Um, so yeah, be sure to tune in to the very next episode. It should be up now. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy.